Happy Friday night. How you doing? Hope you had a good week. Some of you I saw on Wednesday, not that long ago, where we did the prep class for Sunset Beach Club. So here, I'm live. I'm live on the screen. Hello, friends. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Yo, yo, Vicky. Yo, yo, Valerie. Heat wave and thunderstorms coming. Is a heat wave coming? We're having a heat wave, a tropical heat wave. The weather has sucked here. Tons of rain. We had to drain water out of the pool because it was almost to the top. My MRI. So I went to get my MRI for my knee and then flipped the requisition form and it says it's in Mississauga. So, and that the doctor's supposed to fax, that's still a thing, fax the requisition and that they'll contact me. So I didn't read any of that. So I need to call the doctor on Monday to see how I, in fact, get the MRI for my broken knee. So I didn't get one. So it's happening. It will happen. It just didn't happen yet. So just don't know these things. I've been up to this point very healthy, never really required anything. So it will be good. You were with me on Wednesday. We had fun. I have to say that prep class, knock on wood, because I never want to jinx anything, but went off without a hitch. I had a lot of fun. We chatted lots. It was a lot of fun. So I had discussed with you guys that today, what did you want to see for today? And I thought, let's do a duet of Sunset Beach Club with Artful Moments. And if you have any requests for products or paper you want me to use, let me know. But I am going to use the stencil set from Sunset Beach Club because we don't actually use that a lot in the project because this is like a shrunken down. It's a smaller product because this is like a smaller release. So I am going to give you a little peek at the projects that I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the flip book that I made that you could put in an album. It just is like I was sitting thinking about it and, you know, taking this big leap going on my own where, you know, it was one of those things I had no intention of ever doing. And then a situation arose that I had to make a decision to keep being in this industry and making product or to not. And it was all it's been when I think of the struggles, but I also think of the successes, the things that we have accomplished, me and my small team, Greta and Natalie and Melissa, and the things that we've kind of accomplished. Sunset Beach Club is kind of, what would you call that? Is just, it's how it all came together, right? So, yeah, it makes me feel a certain way, if that makes sense. It makes me feel a certain way. Like it's a lot to, it's always been a lot, but now it's a lot, right? Because I have to take care of every aspect of it, from lawyers and accountants and, manufacturing and fulfillment and shipping and it's a lot, right? So some days it feels like a lot and some days it feels really awesome. Like on Wednesday when we sat down and we had all these people coming together and a lot of people that are there because the class is free. You just have to register through vickybooten.com so I can track who's there. I need to know who's there. And plus, for as much as I don't like this to sound ever like it's sales or whatever, it's sales. Like now I'm the only one who promotes this brand. It is a huge financial risk to take, right? So now it's just promoting it. So I love that I'm doing a free class and there's a lot of people in there for the first time that can see if this is their cup of tea. And the other thing is I know that Sunset Beach Club is definitely a themed collection. Not everyone goes to the beach. Not everybody loves shells and tropical and all of that. So I know for a lot of you, you're there and you want to see what's going on. But this one, you're like, not really, it's not my thing. I love it. It's beautiful, but I don't really have photos to put in that. So I get that. And that's why I'm super excited when the next one comes out, a paper story. It is not a fall release. It is a release that comes out later in the year. So if some of you are on the fence because you're like, I live in a tropical climate and the leaves don't change here or whatever, you don't have to worry about that. There's very little of that in this collection. It's not like a sweater weather and that kind of stuff. It's just a different color palette, right? And I love it. I love it. I gave a little sneak peek in the class of some of the laser cuts. So it will be fun. So if you are one of those people who've been kind of on the fence where you like, I love what Vicky does, Sunset Beach Club isn't my thing, don't worry. I'm going to have you covered because I know Christmas isn't going to be everybody's thing either, right? Halloween isn't everybody's thing, but there's other stuff. I'm going to do a release that comes out in November that is like a general mini release. So for some of you guys that just still want to play, but you don't celebrate Christmas or it's like a whole different vibe for you, don't worry. Something fun is coming. So there's lots of fun coming. So it's going to be so good. So tonight, I want to use the stencils from Sunset Beach Club because they're fun and we could do the sunburst one or whatever you guys want to do. I really want you, tell me what you want me to make for you tonight. Tonight is literally, I threw a bunch of stuff on my table with no plan at all. This is one of those, like my favorite thing to do is the kind of, okay, we've got stuff, but what are we going to do with the stuff? And I'm excited for that, right? I'm excited for this stuff. So the sunburst will be fun. We have the sunburst, the seashells in it. There's like a whole bunch of stuff. So we could do a technique with the sunburst. I grabbed a bunch of inks. Hello, Vicky from Guatemala. Hola. Is it hola in Guatemala? Is it Spanish speaking? Like, look, I don't know sometimes because, you know, where is it where it's Portuguese? And I thought it was Spanish speaking. And I don't want to sound ignorant. I just don't. Geography is not the pie I'm going to win when we play Trivial Pursuit. So just know that, right? So let's do the things. I'm going to flip the camera. I want to share with you if you guys didn't see it. So it is for some of you guys that feel like it's salesy. This part will be a little bit where I'm sharing the things that lead to the shopping. Right? Or just perusing to see it. So you might want to come back in about 5 minutes because I'm going to walk through and share my projects for the Sunset Beach class. The class is free, but if you decide you want the kit, I need to share it, right? It's my job. Be all salesy. It's not even really, some people think it is, but it's one of those things. You're here for hours of free content. I don't ever put ads on any of my videos. If you've noticed, you get to watch the videos. I don't add ads. So I'm like, this is the little ad part, just this little bit at the beginning, but not really. It's also me sharing something I'm super proud of, which was what I made here. So I want to share that with you. And then let's talk about if any of the product that you want me to use from either Sunset Beach Club or Artful Moments. And I want to also let you guys know the Artful Moments, the Sunset Beach Club I pulled is stuff I did not use in the class. So if you bought the class kit and you're like, I'm nervous because it's all I bought, all the product I'm going to be using tonight is the extras. So that's a plus, right? It's the extras. It's the stuff that I didn't use in the class. So if you want to see that, you can see it. I'm going to share it with you right now. I'm going to flip the camera. Let's flip the camera and do the things. I was sad. I have no Diet Dr. Pepper in the fridge. So I'm drinking this, which I just have to tell you, it is not anything like this. It's still Diet Pepsi. Just going to tell you, if you like your sodas, what do you call it? Fridge cigs. Because I do. It is right now really is my only vice is I like to have a Diet Pop in the day. And Diet Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper Zero, flippin', is my absolute favorite. I love it. So, sorry, that's my hand. There were none in the fridge. And then I asked Rich to get some, and guess what? He didn't. So we have to get divorced now because it's the only thing I wanted. Dr. Pepper Zero is my summer drink. Now that, now if out of La Croix, yes, La Croix or bubbly. I like those too. I do like, because I don't like any, that's the sweetest thing really I consume, is that. But I do, I love it. Yes, I like to give you creative freedom because I would tell you I'm not the boss of you. Only sometimes if you won't try new things, then I'm bossy. But for the most part, I am literally just your crafting Yoda. I'm just the guide in this journey, and I want you to do the things that make you happy, right? Oh, Dr. Pepper, the cherry Dr. Pepper is like the best thing in the world, but it's really hard for us to find. My kids love the strawberry vanilla flavor. I don't like artificial strawberry, but the cherry Dr. Pepper is like my crack, and I can't find it. I tried the coconut one. It was okay. I would rather put coconut milk in my Dr. Pepper on its own. We finally tracked it down when I was in Chicago with Greta, and I'm drinking it, and I told her, you know what? I don't really like this one. It tastes too coconutty, like artificial coconut. Like it tasted toasted coconut. I don't know. Do you guys who've tried it, do you love it? I don't love the coconut one. They call it a dirty Dr. Pepper. I think it all started in Arizona and Utah at Swig and all those places where you can go and get a dirty Dr. Pepper. And I've had it lots, but I don't love the one in the can. I'd rather make it myself. Yeah, McDonald's Dirty Dr. Pepper. Yeah, it's been around, right? Dirty Dr. Pepper started, I'm sure, in Utah. I would think it's a Utah thing because they have those soda shops. Right? Any of my Utahians there? I'd rather have a dirty martini. And you totally can. I would not join you in that. That is yucky. I'd have a, what is the espresso martini? I had the best one. And have you guys tried, I was talking to my friend Kari, and she loves the limoncello spritz. Have you ever had a Hugo spritz? It's an Italian thing, and it was delicious. Delicious. So that I would partake in too. And I had the best espresso martini I've ever had. So I'm going to share. This is show and tell because I'm super excited about this project. So I feel like you're going to hang out with me, and I want a little bit of show and tell. I want to show you what I made for my first ever solo collection, which is Sunset Beach Club. That is exclusively at VickiBooten.com, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears went into that. And it was kind of really fun to take it from nothing, a concept, to having actual physical product, and then to actually make a project. Do you know what I mean? It's a special thing. What makes it dirty? The coconut. The coconut makes it dirty. The coconut makes it dirty. But here. So the concept with this class is there's no album in the kit, but you totally could take this. So when I do my sample in the class, I'm going to put it in an album. And I found this old Simple Stories one, but I like that the binding is thick because you know I like it chunky. So I'm going to do my second one, and I'm going to put it in this binder. I will change the, trim the holes differently. So we have one that is standalone with binder rings, which are included in the class. And then I'm going to take the second one for people who don't like this kind of freestyle, want something contained, that'll give them a second option. Okay? I'll give them a second option. But want to take a little peek, a perusal? So I love interactive. Can I tell you something else that's super exciting? I'm going to start doing random pop-up lives where I show up maybe on a Tuesday night or a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm putting photos in all of my projects moving forward and journaling. I'm taking scrapbooking back and memory keeping back. So it's not only teaching, I actually want to start documenting my life. So it has become such a job that a lot of times I don't have time to revisit. But now that this is all for me, right down from the concept to the physical product to the creation, I'm going to start putting photos. And one of the parts of that is I'm going to show you how I edit my photos and how I print them. and how I make smaller photos. So it's going to be fun. So it will be recorded, even if I go live and you can't be there because you're like, Vicky, I work on a Wednesday afternoon. I can't just show up willy-nilly. You'll be able to see it. Okay, so this is pockets. And I love that this is all created from paper. Like there's no base. This was all just created from paper. Lots of little clusters. I love the clouds in this one. I did a little interactive here where it's like a little flippity flap. So we're going to be making that in the class. We did all the prep work. We have lots of flips and flaps and then lots of art, tons of spaces for photos. I love this one. This die cut actually has the little opening at the bottom of the camera, and I made a pocket out of the top. So it's a little pocket. And then this, are you ready for it? I didn't glue it down so I can still put my photos in, but look, yay! I made that into a slider. Isn't that fun? I love it. I love it. And then our waterfall. So we're going to add some 3x4s or 4x3s in there. And more top flaps. Look at, I can put my Hugo Spritz, or Kari can put her limoncello here. And lots of spots for photos, lots of frames. I love the colors in here. I think it's bright and it's summery. It is definitely has a beach vibe to it. This collection does. Could you switch it out and maybe make a smaller album and do more like of a summer vibe? Sure you can. You can do whatever you want. I would put palm trees, and I don't care that I'm not tropical. It just is like summery and fun, right? Little pocket. And little seashells. I love the seashells. Can I show you something that's an exclusive too that I will be posting if we have some left over? So little flip out or flip and then a pocket, side pocket. And one of the things we're talking about with my product is I'm very intentional with what goes on the front and the back of paper. So when we do these kind of things, that you have lots of contrast. Question, can you please make a waterfall die? Yeah, maybe one day. That is on our list for Melissa and I to do all those interactive things that I love to do. I would like to do a die so that we can do some fun different things, right? Right? So the idea behind why I did Sunset Beach Club as my first mini release, I keep calling it like an amuse-bouche, because I needed to do something that was quick. Well, I was going and teaching on cruises, and I'm teaching in Australia, and I'm doing things. So this product was a little selfish in the sense of what I needed to meet needs. So for some of you guys that are like, I love it, but I don't go to the beach. You know what I mean? It's not my jam. Don't worry. Stuff is coming. There'll be lots of things that are general release, that are not themed, journal based. There's tons of stuff coming. So my feelings aren't hurt if you didn't partake in this collection because it just doesn't suit your needs. There'll be more. But we can ooh and ah at how pretty it is, right? Like I look at it. We can ooh and ah at how pretty the collection is, but you definitely don't have to feel any obligation to go and buy it. You don't. You could remake this in whatever you want to remake it in. Just know I'm not going to send you email to tell you another collection you could use, because you know what I mean? It's like the class is free. That you have to figure out on your own, because my goal is for you to obviously support my endeavor in one way or another so I can keep doing it, right? I'm okay that you do those things, but Natalie or myself or Greta won't send you emails to tell you what other product lines you can use. You just figure that out, right? And that's it. Isn't it fun? I love the little fishies. Woo, the fishies. It's fun. So the second one I'm going to do, right, is going to go in an album. So you don't have to do it like this. You're totally a beach girl. I know my friend Valerie, if she's still here, said the same thing. She is totally a beach girl, Jersey girl, so totally works for her. I cruise a lot. I love going to the Caribbean. Totally works for me. For some people, they're like, absolutely not. I don't like the heat. I don't do that kind of stuff. that collection is not going to be for you. But let me show you the layouts, because some of you guys are definitely layout people, and I am super proud of these. So let's talk about this. So we, in this, do 10 pages, 5 double page layouts. Remember, I do clusters. So that is going to be a cluster we build before we attach it. But look, we have that page. We have this total seashell one because I love collecting seashells. So I did a seashell page. I love the wave. This one, look at how fun. Oh my goodness. Like, this is Vicky clustering, right? That's Vicky clustering. That's Vicky clustering. And all those little bits, I love it. And then the little beach vibe. And then this will be a cluster that we build that then goes on here. And this is the stencil I want to use tonight because I love it. I love that stencil. Have we used this already on a Friday night? For some reason, I think we did. And then that's the B side. And like I said, clusters. And it will get attached. And then this one. So yes, this is definitely has a beach vibe or a tropical vibe. Would be great for a cruise, right? So it'll be fun. And then for anybody who is coming to 3 Craft Chicks, I will be doing projects and they will have a little bit of a beach vibe, and I want to show you something that's coming. You guys can still see me, right? My computer is wacky tonight. I'm hoping we don't have storms or anything. I'm coming right back, and then we're going to make some stuff. Boop. So I made this exclusive for my friends at 3 Crafty Chicks. So I will add them, whatever we have left, to the store. But if you love seashells, this is going to be for your take and make at 3 Crafty Chicks. So love it. And then for my friends that are going to be, it's just one of the events I'm teaching at in Spokane area. And then this will be, if you are on the cruise with me in Australia, you guys will get one of these as well. So I made this special. And then anything I have left over, I will add to the shop. But lots of stuff is coming, friends. Lots of stuff is coming. Yeah, we'll fussy cut. Those are simple. Such a simple shape, right? So I just wanted to share that because I was super excited. All of it's available at VickyBooten.com. And tonight, I have leftovers. So how do you guys feel? Do you guys have your any leftovers of your irresistibles? Because I thought that could be fun if we use the irresistible rub-ons. And you'll laugh, but, or you might not laugh, you might cringe. I throw stuff in the garbage because if it's partial stuff, I just throw them in the garbage. Land Class in Brisbane, we'll probably have extras that we can sell there, but it is part of the class kit. But don't worry, the Land Class, you will have lots of fun things. I will have exclusives there for you guys as well. So it'll be a different type of stamp set. Oh no, maybe it's brand new stuff that's gonna come or something from Sizzix. You might get a Sizzix something. It's good stuff. Just don't worry. There's lots of stuff in there. So it's going to be good. So I thought we could throw on if you wanted to, because I picked these out of my garbage. I know it's crazy. You're looking at it and going, it's a full set. But I just get to a point where I go, there's too much crap around here. I should just start filling a box and say to anybody, you want to pay the shipping, you can have all these partials, because it's bad. I just throw the stuff out because it stresses me out. So I picked these rub-ons. This is one of the irresistibles, and I thought we could use this when we go to do that tonight. Are you okay with that if I use the irresistible? Do you have to? No, you don't. I do. I toss stuff out because it's just too much. You're looking forward to the in-person class is going to be really fun. The Irresistibles are so much fun to use. They are. And it's bad, Dion. I just opened a new pack. It's bad. It's so wasteful, right? When you think about it. But it's a mess in here, and I feel like it really affects my creativity when I have, I'll buy your trash. Well, you know what? I'm going to start doing that, putting this thing together where we do that. So I'm going to start with white. This is Foundations paper. Can you use cardstock? Yes, you can. And I'm going to use stencils, and I think I'm going to just add some Irresistibles in the background because I think it'll be fun. Will there be a restock of Sunset Beach Club like the icon, or is it gone forever? Isn't it up there? We have lots left. So if it says out of stock, I'll just make sure that we add stock. I'll talk to Greta. But yes, we reordered it all, so it should be there. So if there is an issue, we have lots of Irresistibles left. And because I ordered really deep in those, and we should have all of Sunset Beach Club, all of it, because I reordered it, right? We sold out the first round, so we do have some. So if it's not stocked, I'll make sure that it's stocked. So I think I'll add some of those on there. I have tons of mystery boxes. The only issue is they're only for Canadians because I can't get the stuff over the border. So when I post that, I'm here. What is showing out of stock? Sunset Beach Club icons, icon ephemera. We'll have to look. I don't know. Or if you haven't looked recently, Monica, like everything should be in stock, right? So I'm going to do some Irresistibles. Any other requests for any product you'd like me to use? I just grabbed stuff. Here's the magic. Sunset Beach Club and Artful Moments is the exact same color palette. So you can 100% interchange the two. They will work together. So I just grabbed stuff that's Sunset Beach Club. So I grabbed some Sunset Beach Club. And did I grab any of the... Yeah, there are, I'm not going to lie, there are treasures in those boxes, but I can't, they all have to only go to Canada. So when I post those, don't even look. Don't even look if you're in the US. Don't get sad. Don't get sad. And the hard thing is we have like a smaller population in Canada. So it would be great if I could do it for US and Canada. But unfortunately at this time I cannot. So any requests, anything you'd like me to use? Oh, that could be pretty. Let me pull this because we're working on the fly tonight. I like that. I don't know if I even use this paper. So Greta just added icons. Greta added icons. Any other, what do you guys think? Is anything tickling your fancy in here that you'd like me to add? Valeska just used this beautifully because that is intended to be where you use it as a grid, but totally to cut out. Totally to cut out. So I'm just trying to pull my color palette. We could stencil directly on this paper if you wanted this for a background. I could do the sunburst on this if you don't want me to put it on white cardstock. What do you guys think? I could put it on here. I could also do it on the ledger of this paper. If you want me to start on a pattern paper instead of white cardstock. Any requests? I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, just do whatever you want, Vicky. Yes, on this or on this, Diane? A ledger? Because everybody, I think you could find a ledger in your stash. So do you want me to do it on I'll do it on the ledger. Okay, so I'm going to pull that. We won't do it on white cardstock. Let's start on pattern paper, ledger. I'll do it on ledger because I feel like you could find that, right? So we have the ledger. I'm throwing the rest on the floor. We have Irresistibles. And what could I, ooh, look at that circle. I'm going to put that where my sun is going to go because we're going to use the sun one, right? That was kind of the request. So I'm going to use that circle rub-on. Look at it coming together. I love this kind of challenge. Like I would love if you guys would, we should start as one of our lives is a challenge live. Does that make sense? Where you say, I would love to see you use this, this, and this to create something. Or I have a lot of this in my stash and I never know what to do with it. Or stuff like that. I think could be really fun, right? So can you guys see that? It's like a circle. And I'm going to put that in the middle of, can you see it now? In the middle of the sun. When I do the sun, I'm going to do that 5 things challenge. That could be fun, right? So do you want me to do it traditionally? Like have it come from, what if we do from down here? What if we kind of do something a little different? What if I do my sun from down in the corner? I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put my rub on there. So you can't see this when it goes down because the whole idea with the Irresistibles is it's a white rub-on. But the material will resist the ink. So there's been a lot of drama going on in our industry today or over the last couple of weeks. And we got an announcement today that Notions, which is one of our big wholesalers, had got hit by lightning or something happened, an electrical storm, and they had a slight fire. So they have literally canceled everyone's orders and shut down the warehouse until it all gets cleaned up. So I'm sure that is really affecting a lot of businesses because they buy a lot of stuff from Notions. So kind of scary, but if you are, I love that 49 a market, and Janine was able to pivot, and it looks like they are going to be wholesaling 49 a market through Ranger. So there is a pivot for my friend Janine and for all those stores that are very dependent on that collection, their collections. So good news there, but I'm sure just sending out all those people that work for Notions and everybody affected by that, totally scary and terrible and sad, like stuff like that just happens. And what do, right? And that Janine was able to find a pivot, and that'll be a great company. Working with Ranger will be awesome. But yeah, isn't that kind of scary? And we're hoping that it was just going to be a couple weeks so it's closed down, but now there's probably smoke damage. It's paper and wool and all of that kind of stuff. So very sad, very sad. So if you weren't aware and you're like, I'm so frustrated because why can't I get this adhesive or get this? It's because a lot of these shops are going to be massively affected by this. And it's going to affect a lot of scrapbook companies that wholesale through. So just know, right, that some of that stuff is going to just be super crazy, and have patience. Have patience, everybody, because everybody's going to be doing the best that they can. But it's going to affect, right? It's going to affect a lot of businesses. Okay, so now I am going to grab my stencils that I put here somewhere. I got a whole stack of stuff. So just let me find where I put them. And I'm going to stencil in that corner. So even if you don't have a stencil, or the stencil I'm using, you could put anything. You could stencil any pattern in there. Did you see my stencils? I just had them. I literally just picked them up and put them here. Oy vey. Okay, give me a second. Remember what I told you guys, that it is a disaster in here. I have to do that this weekend, is clean everything up so I can actually feel like I can work. So let's slowly look at my stack of stuff to see where Vicki put her stencils that she just literally There they are. Just had in her hand. Found them. So this is a set that came with Sunset Beach Club. So I feel like we can use a sunburst, and I might use this one tonight too. Yeah, very scary. It's very scary, and it's going to affect a lot of businesses. So did we use this one already? Did we use this one on one of my Friday Night Lives? I can't remember. So I am going to fake this, and I'm going to make it come from the top and bottom by just flipping the stencil. So I'm going to start it like this, and it's going to come right up the page and down the bottom of the page. We did use it, didn't we? Is that okay that I'm using it again? I'll use this in something else. Are we all right with that, or are you disappointed? Don't tell me if you are. I can't handle it. Can't handle the disappointment. You know, sometimes I say I don't have the temperament to have my own company because my feelings get hurt so easily. So it's hard to be a big girl sometimes and do the things, right? A big girl and I'm an old lady, but I am who I am, right? We can't change that at this point. So let's do the things. I love this stencil too. I would love to do one in a bigger scale because I feel like this could be an 8x10 or a 12x12 stencil that we would get lots of use out of it. So I am going to use Sunrise, Pink Lady, and Pineapple for this. So I'm going to start, I think, are we okay if I start with the orange? I'm going to go orange, pink, and yellow. Orange, pink, and yellow. I'm too soft to do this job sometimes. I'm sure that all of my friends, everybody who has to deal with me is like, what do you call it? Like whatever, buttercup. Tell me to just freaking deal with the stuff, but it's hard, man. It is hard. Look at the reveal. So I'm going to get enough on there so I can reline the stencil up. Oh my goodness. That could be very fun if you went and just did circles. Look at. If you just went and did circles and only used part of that stencil. It's kind of fun, right? So let's fake it. And I'm going to do it upside down too for our sunburst. But watch, I'm going to flip it like this, I think. And then I'm going to fill the circle in to make it this kind of circle-y sun. It might not be a perfect circle, and it's okay. We can just make it kind of a circle-ish, circle-esque. So how's everybody been doing? Anybody have anything they're celebrating? I love that. Like I now have this idea of something that, yeah, suck it up, buttercup. It is, it's true, right? Sometimes you just have to. Gotta put your big girl pants on and do the things. And you can't take everything personally. It's the other thing I'm learning. You can't. You can't do it. So I'm going to build that orange out. And then I'm going to show you how I cheat again, if you weren't here when I used it the last time. So I'm going to deposit a good amount of the orange down because I think I would like to put some of that Pink Lady on top. I think that could be fun to have a little bit of the Pink Lady in my sunbeams. But I also want pure orange on there too. Do you want to see? how pretty that is. Love it. And I love that the Irresistibles give me the ability to have that extra layer. That's what I was trying to say. What other ones do we have on there? Because I might add another one. Ooh, I have this page. Look at. Before I keep inking, I'm going to put some on my edge. So see these kind of backgroundy ones? I'm going to put that along the edge right here. Might cut it into 2 pieces. So I'm going to put, just got to make sure I don't lay it down on top of wet ink because it won't stick. I'm going to try to layer it into the area that doesn't have ink yet. So I'm going to layer a little bit here and maybe a little bit down there. We'll figure it out. But I will do some here. Oops, did you see what I just did? I threw the rub-on away and put the card down. Put that one on there. Where's my rub-on tool? There it is. Sorry I'm missing, I'm not looking at you guys chatting. Did I miss anything? Oops, it moved on me, but it's okay, we're just going with it. We are okay if it's not perfect, right? So that is my little trick. I try to get that ripple across the paper because I find that my rub-on will release. So what just happened is it's totally sideways, but I think I'll just build, even though my text is upside down, I don't care. I'm going to build this up the page. There we go. Just kind of extend that pattern there. Okay, put my stencil back on. And I want to add some Pink Lady. Yeah, when I'm doing this, I am not looking at the conversation because I'm focused on making the art. So I'll look over there right now. And if you asked a question and I missed it, ask again. Oh, you guys are hello from Sydney, Australia. Good morning. You guys are chatting about stuff that you don't require me for, right? Is it travel talk? Is somebody going on vacation? So I'm going to put a little bit of Pink Lady now, blend it into this orangey color, which is sunset. Sunrise. I'm just making stuff up now. And then we will blend the yellow in out of here. These inks are blending beautifully on this paper too, I have to say. Blending beautifully on this paper. Let's make our new color by putting the pink over top of the sunrise. And then blend some of that pink out as well. So remember how we cheat is I'm going to take the wider rays and spread it out a bit, right? So you kind of have to cheat. You don't necessarily match it with one that's existing. We just kind of spread that out and we cheat. You also, if you really wanted to, could cut a piece of paper and layer and just make it wider. Like, look what I'm talking about. I could extend any of these by just angling it out. That's a good tip, right? And then just expand that like that. That's a good tip, don't you think? There. And if you tore the edges, you could make it bajiggity. That's a good tip. Right? Let's do that. We're going to do that to show you how to extend the pattern. Because I feel like everybody could do this if you just have some paper like that, right? So what I'm doing, right, is just make it go wider. And then make it blend out. And then we're going to do the yellow, which I want to show you actually. Let's put some yellow on top of that so you can see. So I'm going to put some pineapple here. Ah! Look at that. Fun, right? So let's do another one like that. And I love that it can go darker to lighter and just kind of like the sun does, right? Just kind of blends out. Let's pick up this one. So I don't know if I would do every single one of them, but I could lay the stencil down if I wanted to and extend it out a bit. I'm digging it though. I'm digging it. What do you think? What do you think, right? Yeah, and those colors blended are kind of fun. I know I'm going to do something more in the circle because I don't like how it's all just orange there. So I will do something to kind of extend that color. Oh, look, I did it on the torn edge. Let's see what happens. Not on purpose, by accidents, but look at it, made the edge a little bit more bajiggity. Blend some of these out. What do we think? It's kind of fun, right? And then I love this. Any questions? Bajiggity. Because it kind of like they're not totally straight, right? And what's nice is, let's put the stencil. Let's do traditional. We'll feed it back in. Is that how I did it, or this way? This way. So we'll do like we did. It's Ricardo Montalban.
What is this? Why is this here?
It's to block you out.
I went under it.
What are you doing? What is that called? Limbo? How low can you go? How low?
It's on me now. It's on me.
Well, you're not allowed down here anyway, mister. I'm with my friends.
I'm going to hang out down here for a while.
No, nobody wants you.
That's nice.
The Bootons have invaded. Hey, sidecar.
Hey, where's this apple juice coming from? Did I buy that?
I don't know. Dude, nobody wants to know. Nobody cares.
I came down to get this.
Why are you out of juice? I don't know if you guys remember, we had a conversation of Rich has, for as long as I've known him, loved, what are those cans of juice? What do you love? Weirdo?
Minute Maid.
Minute Maid cans of frozen juice. And Minute Maid canceled frozen juice. And Rich now is on the quest. So I'm like, are we going to have to get you apple juice boxes, little boy?
Why? Again, seriously, why do you have to be that way? It's not understandable.
He needs his look. So I'm going to go rogue, and I want to also blend yellow in right in around here. Do not knock my lights down being a silly guy.
I was trying to get under your mess of cords.
Nobody invited you here. Get out.
I will go and do some stuff.
Okay. Did you hear that? Your friends like me, he said. Be nice to Rich. He's always great with us on the cruises. He is. And he can come stay at your house for a month, Cindy, and I can send him to somebody else's house for a month. He loves it, though. If I didn't pick on him, he'd be like, are you feeling okay? He loves it. And he comes down just so you guys will talk to him. You know that, right? He's like my fans. I love this, friends. Look how fun that is. Isn't that fun? So I'm going to extend a couple more here. And then let's do the next step. He's a good man. He is a good man. He is a good man, but don't let him trick you. He's still a husband. And you know, just like I'm his wife and I drive him crazy. But he's actually not driving me crazy today. That was just opportunity for jokes, right? Opportunity for jokes. So I like to give him a hard time just so people laugh. But you see, it backfired on me because then everybody's like, be nice to your husband. He's such a good man. And then I'm like, I know. I love this, friends. What do you think? What is the general consensus? I'm laughing because you're like, you used this stencil before, but guess what? I'm going to use that other stencil over on the edge with a contrasting color. We're going to tie another color into this. It backfired on me, picking on my husband. I feel like I'm done with that now. Okay, what do we think? That was a great way to extend your sunbeams, right? Great way to extend your sunbeams. So let's find a color. So I could either, do you want me to go with, I'm going to use the other stencil. Do you want me to add orange? Or can I go in with a contrast? Like, what if I went in with a blue? What if I did early bird? Oh, I kind of like it. Am I allowed? Are you guys okay with that? To tie early bird in with this stencil? Contrast. Me too. I agree. Yay, we're on the same page. I don't think I used that one. So let's go in with contrast and see, because these inks are translucent. So do we want the points to go up or the points to go down? I think down is kind of cool. This is a repositionable stencil, meaning I can create a pattern, move the stencil, and continue the pattern. So where it goes on top of some of this yellow, we're going to get green, which is kind of fun, right? And we also have that. This, can I tell you, is one of my favorite colors. It does not exist in the world of distress. So early bird, if you have not bought or aren't going into the world of adding new ink colors, you might want this one, because I have to say it is definitely a favorite. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? But I am going to beef up the color here. And stencil over it again. But there's no reason we can't add a little blue and then stencil on the blue. Right? Just kind of add into that contrast. Oh, love it. And then you just move your stencil, line the pattern up, and you can continue that pattern right down your page, and you don't have to have a giant 12 by 12 stencil. This one will be your friend. That's fun. Fun, right? And instead of just leaving, I'm going to put a little hint of this pattern over here too. I like it. What about a little bit here? Love it. Okay. That is the mixed media portion of the show. And now let's make a page. So everything I did right now, if you are not a scrapbooker, you 100% could scale it down and add this on a card. I think this could make a beautiful background for a card. It could go in your art journal. It could go in your traveler's notebook. What I just did there is a technique that can be used regardless of the type of crafting you do. So I don't want you to look at this and go, I watch this, but I don't really do it because I don't do 12 by 12 scrapbooking anymore, or I never did 12 by 12 scrapbooking. Well, don't scrapbook. This is a craft mat. If you're like, wow, she just put that on her table. I like to finish, oops, that brush was dirty, so there was yellow in it, with some drips or paint. This brush is really thick, so sometimes I struggle to get my paint drips out of it. I could grab another one, but I'm lazy. There we go. And I just find that ties it together so it's not just some weird business going on this page. Put your drips in, doing them in the contrast. Trying not to get it all over my red shirt. Probably it's on me. I love that. Now this paper is pretty porous, so I don't know if we can watermark on it, but we'll try to just break that pattern up a little bit because this is a water-soluble ink. But when I say the paper's porous, it's not, yeah, you're not going to get much resist on here because the paper, the ink doesn't sit on top of this. It soaks right in to the pattern. I did get a little bit though. There is a little bit, and that makes me super happy, is to get that watermarking, because that's the magic of water-soluble ink. So I'll show you up closer. So it happened a little bit, but not a lot. But you can see it right there. See that? I love it. If I would have done this on foundations paper, or foundation paper, or paper that has a little bit of a coating on it, you'd get way more impact, right? I haven't either. I love all my Distress inks. Oh my gosh, that was fun. Were we, Vicky addressed the inks in a prior live. Distress inks will work. Yes, Distress inks. These are made by Ranger. The formulation is not exactly the same as Tim's Distress inks, but why I love these is these are made to match existing product. So these colors, the palette is made, like all of my collections will match Distress, Moving Forward, and 49 and Market inks. Like I pull these pigments and pull the Pantones and we match our product to this. So when you use a paper that is this color, it matches exactly, because it has always been a dream of mine to have inks that match what I do with paper and product. So when I was with 49 and Market, my stuff was only matching these. Now, because I am solo, I will match as well to Tim. Whatever colors match the best, I will pick that pigment. So when my Christmas stuff comes out, will be the first release that has, we'll share, actually, even with a paper story. When it comes out, we have already compiled a whole list of inks that match. You're going to love it. There will be a whole print out that you can do with all the ink colors that match that collection. So moving forward, every time I release, that'll be one of my things, showing you the exact inks that match, right? Okay, so now let's figure out where we want. Now, when you do all of this pretty in the background, you don't really need much, right? We could mount some photos here. We could, do you want me to do a strip of photos right here with clusters coming off the side? That could be fun. Do a whole strip of photos. So do little photos or a big 4x6. And then we can have the stuff coming off the sides. I think that could be fun, right? Do kind of a linear stacked pattern, right? A strip of photos. A strip of photos it is. So aren't you excited about that, right? That's what I do. I scaled to my junk journal. Exactly. You totally could scale this to your junk journal, right? So let's look at, now we used, so here's what I was talking about. This paper will completely, oh, look at that. And I'm kind of digging that. So I'm going to use that as part of my base. So let's decide what size photos, so we aren't covering all our art and we still can get, So I feel like I'm going to do maybe 3x3s-ish. So I think the width of my blue strip is going to be 3.5. I'm going to do 3.5 by 12. Yeah, I love the contrast of that. And I pulled it out of the garbage because it was from one of my classes, I think. And I'm like, done with that. So look at that. And it's kind of nice because it breaks up the pattern that we just did, right? That breaks it up. So we could put a giant title across here. We could put a little border up here. I'm kind of digging that. You know, it's funny. Look at right here. And I didn't even look at this paper. Totally kind of inspired this. Funny, right? So if you wanted to do a double page layout, OMG, how pretty would that be? You totally could use that without having to do any more mixed media. My photo mate. Yes, because I've been using the Epson Picture Mate for, ooh, how long, friends? Like, I think I did my photo class. How long ago was that now? I have been using that printer for 10, 15 years, I think. A long, long time. Question, was that was that 3 or 3.5? 3.5 by 12. 3.5 by 12. And then for sure, I'll put 3-inch photos. So they could be 3 by 3.5s. Could be fun on that, right? I love that printer. So we will definitely do more with it. But look at, if you've been hanging out with me for a long time, do you remember we did cut these out of scraps? Like there's so much you can do where don't reinvent the wheel. Pick some of the stuff that's just left laying around, right? Pick the stuff that's left laying around. That was in front of me. They're just laying in front of me. And I love that. Okay, so I know I want some kind of border to go with this. Here's the other fun thing, is all these papers have borders. So look at, you don't have to get deep. Just cut it off of one of your papers. Look at the ruler. Love that. Because I like to have things that aren't waste, that you can use what you would normally throw in the trash as part of your design. So let's see what we have left. So I have all of these rub-ons that I pulled from the trash that were part of our leftovers from Artful Moments. If you did that class for me, with me, we didn't use any of this. So for sure, let's use this rub-on right here. I'm gonna use that somewhere because I love it. I got to make sure my ink is dry though when you go to put your rub-ons on, okay? Because we just added all that wet. I went through my trash tonight. I was totally Oscar the Grouch and went, why reinvent the wheel? Look at, there's a pink ruler there. And that was from Sunset Beach Club. What is here? Purple. Ooh, the navy. So I'm just looking through, see what I have. I'm going to use something because that's my whole goal. Ooh, look at, this is one of our irresistibles too that I threw in the trash because I didn't use. So look how cute those are on here. You totally could use that. What do you guys, is anybody actually crafting with me tonight? Or are you just hanging out? Okay, I'm going to use that pink ruler that I just showed you here. Or the yellow. Yellow ruler could be cool too. I think the pink ruler, and then I'm going to use this one as well as we build, and then we're going to cluster. I'm not using that. Get rid of some of my mess. You're crafting along. I love that. And what I love about tonight is you guys might be using something totally different, and you're using kind of the same concept, but you will end up with a totally different outcome. And I think that is super fun. Hello, Dorina. How are you? How are you, friend? Crafting along. I love it. You're watching Vicky TV. I love it, Karen. Because I just think that it's just fun. This whole community, and that we get together and do these lives. And I wasn't here last week because I was in Chicago. I haven't talked much about that. Went to Chicago with Greta. We were doing planning for, we have a lot of stuff coming, right? We have Halloween collection, which actually Greta got and did a FaceTime with me because she got it before I did to show me what the collection looks like. And it is so beautiful, my friends. Greta, are you still here? Because I think it sounds better coming from her. Greta, are you still here? Do you love that collection? She was like, this is so pretty. So very excited about that. We have a paper story. See, so fun. There's interactives, friends. And I don't have it, so I can't even give you a sneaky peeky. But there are interactive bits that are so fun. So who is excited about Halloween? Who's excited about the Vicky Booten Halloween collection? I know not everybody does Halloween. I have to say that I will go and take pictures of neighbors' decor and stuff just so I can use Halloween because it's fun. It's a really fun. Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to put this beside it. Me, you're going to love it. It is so pretty. There are the cutest black cats in there. Can I tell you another thing? You can't see it, but I'm going to tell you. So there's a TV. There's a TV, and we created an interactive that pulls out of the TV. It's so cute. There's cocktails in this because I feel like that's something I would do is like have a Halloween themed cocktail, but maybe it's a zombie or a mummy hand with the stuff hanging that holds the cocktail. Black cats, the cutest black cats. There's ghosts in it. It's going to be so, so good. So there is some fall. There are pumpkins and stuff in it. And there's decor. Like I put corn stalks, so there's might be a door in it that maybe a skeleton can hang out of, but maybe there's like bales of hay with jack-o'-lanterns and stalks of corn so we can cluster. That might be in that. Are there bats? There might be bats. There might be the most beautiful spider web stencils. I'm just telling you. You might end up being a Halloween girly or guy just to do this. I'm going to put this rub on right here. And what I love is the lines on the paper are going to let me line that up right there. Oh, I love it. That's why I love rub-ons, is just for that clustered layer. Look at that. Put that on. And Natalie, she will be of the same school. I love black. I love to put black on here to land, oh my goodness, I forgot. Ground my layout. We have a stray black cat around our house that my hubby named Snowball. I love that. I love that. And Valerie will very much love the black cat because she has a black cat. Happy birthday. It's somebody's birthday. Happy birthday, Joanne Hernandez. The black brings it all together. It does. So you know we're going to carry that around. So see what I'm saying about the ripple with your rub-on. So take it. I've rubbed the whole thing on first, but then do this. And that ripple means that the whole rub-on released. Because a lot of them are a continuous piece. I love that right there. Look at how that just made the rest of everything pop. Black and navy are your friend. Black and navy are your friend. Question, can you use regular rub-ons under the ink or only irresistibles? You can use regular rub-ons under the ink, and the ink is translucent, so you're going to see the rub-on. The only thing, remember, some rub-ons have a halo. So say this one, if it had a halo and I inked on top of it, you would see the little, like it would stay white around the rub-on. Some rub-ons literally release, and it's the art. So just, you might want to test it, right? You might want to test it. You can't do that trick with a rub-on. You need a tool like this. I'm gonna bring this in my, not the next rub-on, but we're gonna come out with a tool like this because I do find like this really makes it easier to get that. But look at, they go on like butter. The rub-ons really from 49 and Market are awesome. I'm gonna commit. What do you think about that? So I'm not putting a ton of adhesive on because I want to still have the ability to put stuff underneath this if I want to. Put that down. And this down. And I still have the ability to slide stuff under, because I would like to cluster. Love it. Let's cut that piece off. What's the last brand that you loved, Bonita? What is the last brand you've tried? Because I feel like the brand, they're very good. And 49 and Market and I use the same manufacturer. So these rub-ons are exactly the same, the quality for mine and for 49 and Market. So you will not find that there's a difference. And I find Melissa and I have come up with some beautiful rub-on designs. Do you want a peek? Do you want a peek of the new rub-ons coming? I'll get you a peek. I love to give you peeks. My goodness, my broken knee. When I sit for a long time, it takes me a minute to get moving. Do I have them here? I do. Here's one sheet. So I'll give you a little peek. Here, I'll give you this peek. You ready? Here's a sneaky peeky. I got to see it in the camera. I don't want to give too much of a sneaky peeky. So let me see. Is it just not in the screen yet? It's in there, right? Can you see it? It's a little sneaky peeky. Aren't they beautiful? It's going to be good. I'm telling ya. This collection, oh, I love it. It is plenty in the screen. And then I'm like giving you more of a sneaky peeky than I wanted to give the sneaky peeky. Sneaky Pete. It's going to be good. And for some of you guys that were like, right? Artful Moments, not really my jam. Sunset Beach Club, not really my jam. You will love this one. And the whole kind of the layering concepts behind a bunch of the stuff. It's good. And then the Halloween, it's called a Halloween story, which goes with the paper story. The color palettes match. So you can stretch. If you wanted a fall themed, you can pull things out of Halloween that make a paper story more fall themed. But it is not a fall collection. It's not a fall collection. It just has a little bit earthier vibe. But it's so bright. There's bright oranges. There's this shade of blue is in there. It's very pretty. Okay, so let's decide what we're going to cluster. Where did I put that? Here. So I have, remember I told you friends, the things that are here are things I did not use in my Sunset Beach Club class. So I can put some of them on here if I want to. And the other thing that I can do is I didn't put everything on because once you start doing your layouts, I like you to be able to use some of these to personalize where your photos go, right? Like enjoying the sun and sand, a pool day, a good book. I'm not just going to randomly put those on there because I'd rather wait till my photos are on there, right? So let's look. Are there anything on here I want to use? Maybe. I'm going to do this for sure. As I start my little cluster, I want a little scallopy piece that goes right there. I love that because guess what? That ties my yellow in where there's not really a lot of yellow up there. Let's look at what we want to do for a title. What did I pull that can work as a title? What do we have in their journaling bits? Ooh, look at this. Could tie the blue in, Carefree. Let's start with that. Question, is the Sneaky Peeky a paper story? Yes, it is the paper story collection that is going to release. So I'm going to be doing a sneak peek week prior to the 14th of July and mark it on your calendars. Tuesday, July 14th is the reveal of a paper story and it will go up as a pre-order. We will have all the product in hand, but we leave for Texas. So it'll ship a week prior to that. Okay, so put that in your calendar. Put it in your calendar. We will be doing our walkthrough on, oh, what's this? I like some of these. So let's see. Unique details. We want some black on there. And then I wanted Carefree because I like that blue. Halloween story will go up after it, Joanne, and I'll tell you why. I can't put both of them up at the same time because the album is so thick, because this one will have an album. I'm going to be using a wide base naked album from 49 and Market for a paper story. And those albums are so big, we already have to use a 5-inch box. We can only put one kit per box. So Halloween is going to come out in August. I'm going to release that in August. Okay? So I'm going to release it in August because we just can't put the two up. Look at, I like this. Can I put carefree and unique? I just have to find an and. What do you guys think? Carefree and unique? Oh, I kind of am loving that. Carefree, and I need an ampersand. Does Halloween have an album? It sure does. There's a brand new album that hasn't been released yet from 49 and Market. It's black, and it is going to, if you like my quad folio, it is not a quad folio, but it's going to be that jam. And Halloween, you're going to, for the kit, is you can buy it all open stock, or the kit will include, there'll be a bundle with everything, because there is a standalone die that is absolutely adorable. There's a stamp and die set. There's a stencil set. I'm going to do an album and layouts all from one collection pack. And I just created a whole new basics pack to go with Halloween. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, and it's not going to be super pricey. Hey, Vicky, when will Facebook group open for the cruise in May? It will open in, probably, I'm going to open it when I get back in July. Okay, in July, because I think that'll, in May of next year, not for quite a while. Because there's no sense, I won't be in there. I have, before that cruise, I have 3 other cruises. So, it won't open for a while. Okay, Halloween will have an album. It's going to be good. And a black one. I'm going to do a black album. Okay, so I like this down here. Are we digging that? Let's pop up Carefree. So you get design-wise, I wanted the black so I could carry the black in. Black is going to go along here too, so we can create a visual triangle. And then I use Carefree to tie the blue in. Does anybody else have any questions about new things that are coming? Yeah, it's going to be good, but that's why the 2 releases are going to be separated. Is I found when we did last year's, by doing it all at the same time, stuff got lost in the shuffle. People didn't even know what was going on. And I'm like, I think that we need to have a space in between them. And I can't fit it all in one box anyway. Like the Beatles and the white album, Vicky and the black album, right? Question, what projects will you have in Paper Story collection? An album and 10 layouts. It's a big collection. So an album and 10 layouts. My traditional, we'll do clusters. A clusters class, we will do a 6x8 album. It has proper album with binding. Mixed media in there, because you'll get the stencil set. That one does, there's actually 2 stencil sets released with that collection. And then it will be layouts. When is the next Sizzix release? I was just on the phone with Sizzix today. It will be shipping to stores in August. I forget what the release date is, but I believe it is releasing late August, and it is going to knock your socks off. It is that's what they said. They're all talking about it. It's a very good release. It's a very good release. So it will be coming out in, I believe, the beginning of August. And then they have I think it comes out in August, though. I don't think it comes out in September. I think it comes out and will start shipping in August. But I could be wrong. Wouldn't be the first time. I wrote it down somewhere. I talked to them today, but it's soon. It's soon. And it's good. It's a good one. There is a little bit of holiday theme in there, and there is a little bit of just general release. So I think you guys are going to love it. So now, like, look at, we pick these colors are from Artful Moments, but for my left, oh my goodness, look at this. For my leftovers of Sunset Beach Club, look at, do you see what I'm saying? The colors still match, because I really wanted you to, are there dies in a Paper Story? There is, yes. Do you remember this one sneak peek? Because I'm very proud of this. This is one of my dies in a Paper Story. It's freaking awesome. This is one of them. So this one is a embroidery hoop. And then there is a set that go with the collection. This is, look at it. There's another sneak peek. So this is going to cut out all of that. And look at what we're going to be able to layer on here. It's going to be beautiful. The design team is going to rock this. But you have a needle, and then you have all the pieces that layer to make detail. What do you think? I think it's a good one, right? It's a good one. So yes, there are 2 stencils because Melissa came up with an amazing second design. But I have been doing the, this art has been in my collection for years, right? The art of using the embroidery hoop. We had the giant embroidery hoop multiple times. There might be another one in Paper Story. So I thought, let's make that art into dies because we are doing a lot of that kind of stuff now with my collections. So a lot of the art. There might be something else that has been in my art and has been in my stamps with American Crafts for years that I might have just made a standalone that is going to make, I think it was Dorina, a number of people very happy. One of the new die sets coming out. It's going to make a lot of people very happy. So in here, I have these like kind of leaves. Look at kind of leaves. So I feel like this could be fun to cluster outside of my title here. I'm going to do a little cluster here. This is leftover in Sunset Beach Club. So I'll figure out how this is going to work, but I'm going to do some kind of like cluster, maybe down here too. And one turquoise one. It's great filler. That'll be fun, right? You know, the one thing I would like to do is embroidery and like French knots and all of that kind of stuff. I'd really like to learn that. Do you remember what package those leaves came from? I believe, excuse me, that those ones are from the icon pack. Icons with the extra flowers. That's what they look like. I took all of the lighter color out of there, but from the icon pack. I'm trying to use stuff that we didn't use, right? So that you don't have to open a new pack for anything. Like these ones too. And they're not lasers. So look at that pink one. Could be fun tying our pink. Oh yeah, to tie the pink in. So I'm going to throw it. I don't know if I'm using it right there, but we need to tie a pink. That pink in there. I like it. Other things we have extras of are these hearts. Ooh, I'm excited. So look at, we have these hearts. So I'm going to do a mix kind of hearts and stars. Are going to be tying my pink in. Ooh, and the black. Oh, I love it because there's a whole bunch. Some of these are laser cuts. Some of these are from your ephemera packs. But we'll do something coming up here from the title. I love filler. So I can never, ever have enough stars and hearts. Melissa will be like, really, hearts? I'm like, yes, hearts and stars are the easiest filler. Put it in every collection. Give me packages and packages of them. I love it. It makes me happy. Right? I love that. And then if we pop some of them up, I love that. So we can have a cluster coming up here. The other thing I did not use, and we have lots and do want a floral on here. Because look at, we have all these flowers that I did not use that are from your laser cuts. Could be fun on here too, right? Ooh, look at that for my photos. I love that. That's going to go right there. Look, it ties my orange in. And we could totally do a cluster of florals here if we wanted to. I love it. Because look it, can never go wrong with flowers. I know not everybody loves them. Guess who does? This girl. And I don't care. I'd put photos of Riley on here. And I need an ampersand, right? I'm going to have to find one in something else. But I'll leave a space for it. This girl loves florals. So let's go with moving this and let's start building this. So I like these for my leaves. I'm going to use those for leaves. Might change that up a little bit. But I know I want carefree and unique. So I will find an ampersand to put there. And I'm going to, aren't these beautiful? I love them. Did you alphabet die set include an ampersand? I'm sure it did. So I'm going to cluster some of these flowers here. Oh, I have to put my ampersand. Don't get crazy there, Vicky. So move unique over so there's still a space for it for my ampersand. And that can go there. And kind of under carefree and above carefree. Like that. Right. And maybe clustered here. Let's pop dot that because I love my foam dots. Oh, I love it. Can we still read the sun? Can you guys still see the sun? So I changed my clustering to be more like that. And there's still a space for my ampersand. I like it. I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit here and build from there. There's always a formula, if you've noticed, to the clustering, right? I always have linear aspects. There's like that rule of thirds. So I put 3 up here and then 2 on the bottom. And then we still can have our little cluster of things going up. I can tie the orange in with my enamel dots. I have them here somewhere. Look at, I'll put orange, oops, centers. Eek. Orange centers in my flowers to tie the orange in. But I love that you could totally make art out of your journaling. Strips could feed up through here, and I think that could be beautiful on here, right? Hello, DC. How are you? What's happening? What's shaking? What's shaking? Thank you for coming on and saying hi, because my friend Danielle, DC, is often here but doesn't talk to me. There are a lot of you out there that are always here, but you don't talk to me. And we already established earlier in the evening that I am needy. I am your needy friend, Vicky. I want to know who's out there. I want you to talk to me. I'd be sad if I saw you out at the mall and you didn't talk to me. Being on a Friday Night Live where I'm often here talking to myself, I like for you guys to say hi. So the point I'm making is I'm very appreciative of the fact that you popped on here and said hi. I love when you guys come on and say hi. Connie is here. Hello, Connie. And Dawn is here too. Hello, Dawn. These have been friends for many, many moons. because this is a community that we build. And what I love is you come on the cruises, you come to Friday Night Lives, you've done anything in person, that you end up meeting each other, and you guys develop friendships that I'm not even a part of, right? You have friendships that you have met at one of my events or something I've done, and then you just make your own friends doing your own things without me. Don't worry, I don't feel left out. Needy. I'm joking. I love that. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Is there anyone brand new here tonight? We love when we have new friends. It is actually quite exciting around these parts to welcome new friends that have found us just on the YouTubes. Right? Me. Hi, Megan. How are you? Or you're not new. I've seen you before, haven't I? Hi, Vicky. Yesterday was my birthday, and I'm hoping to get some of your new collection. Happy birthday, Stella. What did you do to celebrate? Did you have a good day? I watched your prep video the other day. I love it. Hi, Pamela. How are you? You're recovering today. I have a muscle injury to my arm and had to get it dry needled today. Did that hurt? Are you okay? I have a broken knee that I have had forever, Dawn. And I went today because I was being proactive to get my MRI, to realize that where I thought I could get my MRI, that it was just a walk-in, did not exist. And I need an appointment. So I emailed Rich and went, false alarm. I was not taking care of myself. I actually can't do anything. Carissa, how are you? Hello, Irma. How are you? Will I be seeing any of you guys in Texas in July at Caitlin's Crop? Will anybody be there? Will I see you guys? Anybody in Texas? Will I see anybody in Spokane? And then I will be in California for Ready, Set, Create. I will be there. And then I will be on the cruise. We're going on a cruise. I love the prep class too. It went very well. That was one of the best prep classes. Oh, you wish you were at the crop in Spokane. I wish you were there too. Keisha, I'm going to see you in Texas. And Greta and I rented a car. So we can even go out and I have to bring her to my favorite restaurant that I forgot the name, 60 Vines. Is that what it's called? Anybody who lives in Texas or has it where they live? 60 Vines. Oh my goodness. Best restaurant I've ever eaten in. Ready, Set, Create is sold out. I live 20 minutes and cannot go. That's sad, right? Me in Conroe. I'll take your class and we'll be ready to shop. I love it, Virginia. I'm in for dinner, going to dinner. Have you heard of it? 60 Vines. Oh my goodness. And you know why I love it? Is they do a ton of vegetable dishes. It's so good. When are you in Spokane? I don't think I'm in Spokane. I think I'm outside of Spokane for this one. Is that the Woodlands where all those cool shops are? Is that the Woodlands? Can I come and be your assistant? I will carry your stuff. Yeah, I know it's rough, right? A lot of these sell out so fast. Do you think chicks would let me just come to your class? Three craft chicks? I don't think so. I think that space is limited. There is an online option. Is it sold out? But sometimes people come in just to shop. So you could at least come and say hi. I do think, I could be wrong, reach out to them, but I do think they let people come in to shop. I think I've seen people come in to shop at the Three Craft Chicks event. So that might be an option for you. And then you can come and give me a hug and say hello. Okay, there, I love that. And I don't actually love this though. I'm a liar because my ampersand's going to go there. So I'm thinking it's going to come out of this side instead. Yes, I like that better. I like that better. Very good. That's better. About the shop, where are you? Yeah, I don't know, right? Yay, left to grab dinner and I'm still here. I'm always here, right? And then we'll find an ampersand for right there. I'm gonna glue that petal down so it can go on top. I know I will have one in my thickers or whatever. Can I ask you guys some questions with developing product? How do you feel about foam titles? If I brought, instead of doing like a flat title set, how do you guys feel about a foam title set? If I wanted to do like we did back in the day with my American Crafts, how do you guys feel about a foam title set? Because I'm kind of digging like large titles with filler. So we are just trying to make these like sprinkles up the page. Because I'm thinking about bringing back, not with every collection, but a foam title set. I would like that. You love it? Those are always a fun element. Love the foam titles. Yes, please. I don't know what those are. I'll find a set. But instead of chipboard, because chipboard, the adhesive never works. I'm just going to tell you. That's why we don't do adhesed chipboard titles. We end up doing the foam titles that just have like a sticker layer on it. So imagine this with a foam layer like this underneath it, but a big title. Like some of the titles are like 6 inches, right? I love foam titles too. The only thing with foam titles, if they bend, that they will show the creases because it is a paper layer on top. So that's always my only like with the foam titles, is that they can get damaged. But I am kind of digging the foam title idea. I love this so much. Let's glue it. I might pop some hearts because they are hard to see on here. Don't like adhesive chipboard. Foam are great. I don't like adhesive chipboard either. I won't do them. We don't do them because they never stick. You always have to glue them. They fall off your pages. So I am of the school of no, we don't do those. Did I glue these? Yes, I did. Good job, Vicki. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. I would love if you guys ever have an opportunity to join me in person. You pretty much get the same thing you see on here or here on here. Maybe a little crazier. Because I do love what I do and I love the people I get to meet. I don't think I'd still be doing this if it probably, the art is 50% and the people are the other 50% of doing this. Because I have met this hobby that started out as a hobby, turned into a job, has afforded me the ability to meet absolutely fabulous people. And handwritten. Yeah, I would like, I need to write some of, I haven't done my handwriting for a little bit. So maybe in Christmas, maybe I'll do some handwritten stuff in Christmas. Because it's a time factor, right? That Melissa's dependent on me to draw all that stuff out. So the pre-adhesed of anything. But the foam usually is pretty good. But I always say beef it up. Add some of your own adhesive on top, because don't trust it. You will come back to those pages in a couple of years and everything will be sitting in the bottom of your page protectors. So I popped all the pink hearts up because now I feel like you can see them. And you couldn't really see them before because light and shadow is your friend, because Vicki is not an ink edger. Right? I don't ink edges. Which part of the inspiration? Do you mean for collections? Do you mean for... I have to say, you know, some of us find the thing we're supposed to do. And being creative has always probably been my favorite thing with everything I do, from the clothes I wear, how I decorate, every aspect of my life, my favorite thing is visual art. Just the whole concept of just doing pretty things. So when it comes to designing layouts or anything, like I sat down with no plan tonight. There wasn't a sketch, nothing. And it just came together because I just let it come out of my soul. And I like to share it with everybody because can you imagine if I was doing something that I didn't get to be creative in? I don't think I would be a very happy person. I went to school many moons ago for graphic design. And I had a teacher, and his name was Ken Cosgrove. And he met me in the mall one day, and he said, "So what are you doing with your life?" And I said, "I am a dental assistant." And he, I'll never forget, Rich was with me, and he was a Scottish guy, and he was very opinionated and loud. And he told me that if I did not get back into making art, he would come back and he would haunt me when he was dead, because he said it would be a great travesty that you weren't doing what you were called to do. Like that he was my teacher, and I guess I must have been a good art student. And I am very excited that I found it again. Do you know what I mean? That I went from after Riley was born and I found scrapbooking. I was always like, I painted murals in the kids' playroom and was always doing creative things. But that I found it, scrapbooking and memory keeping when I had that little baby, I was able to find the thing that I truly passionate about, right? So I feel like even if that can't be what you're doing in your everyday life, if you join me on my weekend events and you do the Friday Night Lives, that it is good. I find it's good. I always say it for the mind, body, and soul, and your spirit, right? But Rich was like, "Who was that guy?" I'm like, "He was my teacher, Mr. Cosgrove." And it was quite funny. He saw me. "If you don't do it, I will come back and haunt you." So thank goodness Mr. Cosgrove didn't have to come back and haunt me, because I did what I was told, right? Did what I was told. Where can you find your schedule of in-person events? So I have to, it's, Greta and I talked about this on VickyBooten.com is where all of my stuff is. There's a blog on there, and I'm doing it this weekend. Did you hear me? Greta, are you still here? I am 100% going to fill out my calendar on my blog. The unfortunate, or I guess it's a good thing, pretty much everything that I'm in person for is sold out. So nothing new has been added yet to the calendar. And I will tell you, next year there will be a Texas event, another one in Texas, which it's a phenomenal event in the fall. I think it's in September. I don't know the dates yet. When that is announced, you will want to be on there, because the last one sold out in 15 minutes to 200 people. 15 minutes sold out. So it's one of those things that they're hard to get in. When and where are you planning to head to California? I will be in Burbank, right literally across from the airport for Ready, Set, Create, but that event is sold out. I would have never got through COVID without my crafting. It's true, right? And we were doing these, right? Brisbane has a few spots. Yes, come to Australia. You guys, like if you are in New Zealand, if you want a trip to Australia and have a lot of fun with us, there are a few spots left for the Brisbane event. It is going to be an exceptional weekend. So if you are in Australia and you are still on the fence for that one, you want to do that. I'll be in Brisbane. I will be in Brisbane in, what is that? November, right? It's going to be Cherie is going to be there. She's my BFF that I met the last time I was there. It will be really good if you guys can make that one in November. It's going to be so good. I try to make my events like exceptional events, a lot of fun. November 7th to 8th. So anybody out there who's like, I would love to go to Australia. Brisbane is beautiful. And I would say come to Brisbane and then fly to, if I had a choice, Brisbane, and I would fly to, what's the one I love with the artsy area? Melbourne. I would do those two and fly home. It's good. Hi, Vicky, first timer here. Hi, Allison. How are you? So did I miss other questions? Like people asking about places that I'm going to be? It's, you know, like this year is crazy. I very much overbooked myself. And you know who will tell you that would be my friend Greta. Because she's like, dude, you're going to kill yourself. And I know it's a lot. Look at this circle, but I want another color, but I would like to do something like this. The blue isn't bad though, is it? I could do that if I want to, right? And do like a little thing right there. It just don't depend. I need something orange in here. What can I add? Let's see. What do we have? Carefree and unique. I have no photos for this yet, so it is kind of blind, going in blind. But I would like to put something there now, a little visual something there, which we can add some stars and heart. Right? A star and a heart. And then let's figure out what we have left embellishment-wise that we could add. Welcome to the crew, Allison. I love it. I love it. I love that a lot of people find us. So one of my goals for my friends here that are like, these lives are so long, I would love for you to do some shorter videos. It is on my agenda. I would also think it would be beneficial to do some shorter format videos. What could we add? Anything from this Artful Moments? I did not grab an icon Artful Moments. So this definitely is leaning towards a little bit more towards Sunset Beach Club. But, oh, a butterfly could be really pretty there. Do I have one? Because what do I love? So do you guys remember that I love that artist online that does the monsters? She just pulled out of her kiln today a freaking monster that has a unicorn horn and butterflies on it. And I know it's going to go up for the raffle one and it's going to sell for $10,000, and I'm never going to ever have a piece of her art because I am never going to be in that tax bracket. And I just want you guys to all know I'm very sad about it. What you talking about? I don't want shorter. I'll still do long, but some people don't like these, right? And I don't want to lose. Look at a little butterfly, a little yellow and pink butterfly. That's cute, right? That's cute. I will always do the long, but I also want us to be able to find new friends. And I think that it will be awesome if we have both. That I can do both. I will always do these because I love long format and just want to hang out here, right? Hello, Kari Kaplan. How are you? So a little butterfly there. I love it, but we need something orange. You know what I have? I have an orange. Literally. There's an orange, but I can't really put an orange slice, and it really kind of doesn't make sense. Oh, look at. Look at that tag. I love it. So I'm going to cut the butterflies off. But look at. I love it. I love that. I should have actually left a little bit more white on it, but we'll cheat. So can I tell you something I think would be fun in here is to punch a hole in this and we could put twine. Twine could be really pretty there, don't you think? I don't have the hole punch over here, so I don't care. I'm just going to go with it. And I have to find the ampersand. It's going to drive you guys crazy, right? Oh, was there an ampersand? Did you see one? I need it. It's got to go right here. Foam dot. Where was it? Where did you see it? Are you tricking me? Are you tricking me? I don't know if you guys are tricking me. It's in my tray. Oh my goodness, where in my tray? I think you're tricking me. Where was there an ampersand? Now I want to find it because that was meant to be. Right there. Right there. Look at that. You'll tell me what you see in my trash. Oh my goodness. It was meant to be. How awesome is that? That was stinking awesome. Oh, I love those monsters. Are you following now? What is it called? Her name is Big Something. And she just pulled one out and she put decoupage butterflies all over it and has a freaking unicorn horn. And you know that one is going to go up for raffle. And the last one sold for like 9,000 US dollars. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm never having one of these. So I made a joke that for Greta, I need to start a GoFundMe for my monster. It was a joke. I don't need a monster. There is way more important things that people need out there. But I was like, never going to have one unless I win the lottery. If I win a lottery, you'll know because I'll have a monster. I don't like this now. Maybe behind it. Maybe behind it. Yeah. But good for her, right? Who makes the monsters? Her name is Big Something. Big Something. I like it kind of behind. I like that. I'm happy to be here. Well, for her grandbaby, right? But she's with her parents that are dealing with some memory issues, right? If I win the lottery, you'll buy one for me. I know you would, Valerie. I know you would. You'd surprise me with the, I want the blue ring behind it. I'm not going to put it in front, but I like it here. Look at behind it. I think is cute. And then it will house my butterfly. I like it like that. Boop. And then if we break up the color, see, I'm still going to cover it. It's going to be cute. I think it will be a win. I love it. And then I think, what if we put like a green leaf? I think I had one left. I love it. I love it. I'm very happy with this page. Look at, tie that turquoise over there. What do we think? Let's see. Tie in the turquoise. I tied in the orange. And then I can have my little butterfly. No, I don't like that. I don't love that. But I don't have one of these left. I thought I did, though. But I don't know what colors are left. Oh, yay! One green one. And it's much smaller. Look. There's one little green one. I like that better. It's better. You see what I mean? Because I created the little visual triangle. I like it a lot. I'm very happy with that. And then we do have stickers. We can put a little word sticker here with black. Oh, look at that. You said word sticker, and I love it. Look at. This could be fun. Look at. It says sunset views. So if you went this weekend and you saw a beautiful sunset, you could put 2 sunset photos on here. How good would that be? You just got back from Disney? Where? Which Disney? Which Disney? Which Disney? I want to know. I want sunset views, and I want to find a sunset photo. When I came back from Chicago, there was the most beautiful sunset Disneyland. I love that. Did you have fun? I want to go to California. I want to go to Disneyland. We used to do trade shows right outside of Disneyland. And I just want some kettle corn. That's what I would like. I think the kettle corn in downtown Disney is the bomb diggity. Sunset views. I love the black there. I am very happy, just so you know, in case anybody cares. I am very happy with how this turned out. From nothing and no plan, because just do the things. Do not limit your creativity. Just make all of the things. It is so worth it. Spending time with your friends and doing the things, right? Cherie, how are you? I was thinking about you. I was talking about you with you. You messaged me somewhere, right? About somebody wanted to change her class. As long as there's space, I have to look. And Greta, if she might not still be here, it's Greta's bedtime. About that lady changing. You know, for me, I don't care. People can do whatever. I just have to make sure there's space in the room. And we also have to talk about Saturday, because I don't think I have hardly anyone signed up on Saturday. So we might have to move people around, because I don't think we'll have to confirm that, but there might only be like 4 people. So we'll have to look at that. I love this so much. So I'm going to cut some mats so you can see what the mats will look like. Oh, look it. It's perfect. So I'm going to do little yellow mats here, right? Yes, I know it's been crazy. Cherie is putting this humongous event on. She is an amazing event coordinator and all around amazing human. And I drive her crazy, and it's a good thing she loves me. So I'm going to just put yellow mats there so you see. So let's see. We could have their 3x4s. I think 2 3x4s could be awesome on here. Yes, I'm going to do 2 3x4s. Two 3x4s. I like things to look like they're just kind of perched on here, especially when it's a paper clip. And then I am going to, hopefully, if I see a sunset this weekend, I am going to totally put a sunset photo on here, because I think that would be really beautiful. I'm going to lift that to fit my photo underneath it. I love this, friends. Like, so imagine the photo on here. So you won't see all that yellow. It'll just be a hint, right? The yellow will just be a suggestion of color. And it was kind of out of nothing at all tonight, wasn't it? We weren't making love out of nothing at all, but we made a scrapbook page out of nothing at all. Do you guys remember that song? Is Valerie still here? I know she would remember that with me. REO Speedwagon. I love it. I don't know if I love this here now, though, to be honest with you. After all that. Look, I'm not leaving that on there. I don't want it. So I will change that for something else. I like it without. And I'll put something else up here. Space it. Watch. Space. And we'll put a different thing. I don't like that now. Change my mind. Yes, I loved REO Speedwagon, and I remember there was a boy in my class. His name was Rick. His name was Rick. And I remember this grade 8 dance, and I just wanted Rick to ask me to dance when REO Speedwagon came on. REO Speedwagon, and the other one would have been, oh, I used all my black labels. You know, it's my favoriteest freaking thing. I would have put those on there. REO Speedwagon and Sarah Smile. That would have been a... Did I say REO Speedwagon instead of Air Supply? Did I just say that? Because I loved REO Speedwagon too. Now I got to remember. It was just on the tip of my tongue. Don't say it. Without you, in corners of my mind. Is that REO? Baby, you're the one. You, girl. Now I got to remember. I'm trying to... I can't fight this feeling any longer. Is that REO? Oh, Take It on the Run, right? Take it on the run, baby. If that's the way you want it, baby, then I don't want you around. Doom, doom, doom. I knew it. Journey. Yeah, all of that. So I will find something else because I will put like a little label there. We have these, but they are yellow, so I don't think it'll be perfect. But I could put a clip and something black there later. At the roller rink, 100%, right? You are saying 8th grade and I'm saying high school. No, some of that was high school, but 8th grade would for sure was Air Supply. 8th grade was Air Supply, right? Off to watch a show with Randy. We'll see you later. And that's it for tonight, friends. I am going to find photos. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if this is staying here either. I don't know if I like that there. Just know that something else is going to go on. But thank you for finding the ampersand for me. But I love it. What do you guys think? Right? I think that turned out really pretty. This is a little naked. I will find something. I just got to do a little search. But you know, for me, over photos, it's a Vicky thing. I want a clip and I want a label where I could put a sticker word. But I am going to find I am saving this for sunset views because I feel like I would really like it to be a very literal layout tonight. Right? You didn't like Journey? What the heck, Cherie? Who doesn't like Journey, man? I don't even know if we can be friends anymore. I love Journey. I love Queen. Oh my goodness. I love Queen so much. But I have, like, do you guys have a very eclectic music taste? I love that. Remind me of what the Gap band sings. It's pretty funky, right? Isn't that like a little bit more funk? I would like that too. What's a Gap band? Tell me what their biggest hit would be. Quiet Riot. Come on, feel the noise. Wasn't that Quiet Riot? Girls, rock your boys. Oh, you dropped the bomb on me, baby. Yes, I love the Gap band. You dropped the bomb on me and you turned me out, babe. I love that. That is my kind of music. See, I just was getting the whole vibe. I love it. What a great way to end the night, because now I'm going to be singing that song all weekend. And Devin gets really, really mad at me because I have music tics where I'll just keep singing the same thing for hours and I don't even realize it. And she said it to me yesterday. She goes, you know what? That's really annoying and you do it all the time. And I'm like, and you're welcome. You are welcome. I was put on this earth to annoy you. So thank you. You guys just make my life, you enrich it in so many ways. I hope that you feel like I give back. These Friday nights, I would not change this or swap it for anything else. I reserve this time for you guys and I absolutely love it. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you make something, anything that inspired you tonight to create, please come and join us on the Vicky Booten Creative Community page on Facebook. That's our safe space. So even if you are not a big social media user, I would love for you to find us there because it's where we can share things. And when I get my photos on this, I will post it here on YouTube. What is it called? On my community page. I'm trying to do that. And I told you guys I will update my calendar. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to update it with all the stuff that's going to be coming because I haven't updated my blog on vickybooten.com for over a year, I think. I'm busy. I've been busy, so I'll do it. But thank you as always for joining. If you're looking for any of the product I talked about tonight, vickybooten.com. Lots of new stuff is coming. Make sure you go there and hit subscribe to my newsletter and stay up to date on all the stuff that's coming. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and a thumbs up for the video. Thank you, friends. Have a good night. Will I see you next weekend? Yes. Right? Next week isn't our event weekend, right? Not yet. Because I think it's your long weekend for some of you guys, right? Canada Day is Wednesday for us, but it's July 4th is next weekend. So I'll still be here. We can do something. And if you can join me, that's great. If not, we'll see you later. So we'll see you later, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye, friends.